This is a Doing Everything Blind Throwback Thursday Flashback. Good late Friday evening, everybody. Thomas here, and I have my friend Amanda here on a FaceTime audio call. And so this afternoon I did a video about depression because it's a very, very important topic. But now I'm going to do another video on depression and anxiety. Now, my friend Amanda has depression and anxiety, and I'm just going to be asking her some questions about how she manages it and how long she's had it and how she copes with it and everything, and what kind of depression she has. This topic is a very important topic. So, anyway, hi, how are you?
I'm not too bad. You?
Thanks for doing a video with me.
No problem.
All right, so do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
Okay, so how long have you had depression, and how do you cope with it, and what kind of depression do you have? Because there's all sorts of depression. There's clinical depression. There's the type of depression where people can't get out of bed or eat or what. So tell us a little bit about it if you don't mind.
I'll do my best. As far as what kind of depression goes, they told me back when I was diagnosed, but I don't even remember. It was a long time ago. I've had depression, anxiety. I was diagnosed back in 2010. Yeah, it was 2010 I was diagnosed.
Okay.
And 2009, 2010, that year, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Is when I was diagnosed. And so that's how long I've had it. Basically, I really didn't cope with it very well at first because, it was kind of just, I thought I had it the whole time I was in high school, but just kind of felt safe to come out and, tell someone that I had it after I left my parents' place. So
now, are you on medications for it?
No, I'm not. I have been, though.
So is that by choice? I'm just curious.
It is, yeah, because the medications either don't work for me or they make me feel really, really just horrible.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that. And, okay, so now your anxiety, what kind of anxiety is it? Is it social anxiety or is it panic attacks? And what is your anxiety about? Is it a fear?
I don't really have panic attacks. My pulse can race and sometimes really bad. But I've never actually had a panic attack.
Does your heart ever race?
Yeah, sometimes. Not always. Usually it's just my pulse, but sometimes my heart does.
Now, I don't know if I told you, but 2 years ago, I was having really bad anxiety and really bad panic attacks. Did I tell you?
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one thing I said in my other video regarding depression is when someone has depression or and anxiety, we'll throw that one in there. When someone has depression and anxiety, you really should be there for that person. And if you can't be there physically, like I said in my other video from this afternoon, if you can't be there physically for them, be there for them. Be there for them. Tell them that you're there for them. Text them, FaceTime them, whatever. But when someone has depression and anxiety, you really should be there for them. You really should. You really, really should. It's important. Support is important. So give that person, whether it's your significant other or a family member or a friend, whoever it is, give them support. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So now, is your anxiety associated with a particular fear, or because well, I don't know if you know this, but anxiety can be associated with a fear. or fears?
Sometimes, not always, but sometimes it can be triggered by that.
Mm-hmm. You know, when I had 2 years ago, when I was going through my anxiety and my panic attacks, I did it on my own. I got through it on my own. I didn't have support. I had to do it on my own. I had to get it. I had to get through it on my own, and so that's why I'm saying to you guys, it's really important to support and be there for the person who has depression and anxiety, or just depression. So, so your depression, I guess you manage it okay, right? So you are you
I've managed it okay, yeah. I mean, when I was on medication, I wasn't really. I mean, I've been in the hospital a few times, but
Oh, you have.
I manage it a lot better these days.
Yeah.
But you know, I before lately, I wasn't managing it all that well.
Yeah, and one thing I mentioned in and one thing, not to repeat myself, but one thing I mentioned in this afternoon in my video from this afternoon was you can't rush someone to get better
No.
from depression. They're going to do it in their time. You can't say, why don't
You
you?
can help them.
Yeah,
Can help them
yeah. Or you can't say, well, why aren't you getting better already? Why don't you just snap out of it and get better, guys? It doesn't work that way. With someone who has depression and anxiety, it's a slow process. You don't get better overnight from depression and anxiety.
Well, and even if you do get better, it's a life ongoing thing. It's a life thing. I mean, I didn't know that. I had a counselor actually told me that when I was going to counseling. So
Yeah.
it's an ongoing thing. They're gonna
Right.
experience the rest of your life.
It's an ongoing thing, and it's like I was almost going to say it's like a roller coaster. It's not like a roller coaster, but people have, when they have depression, they have good days and they have they have bad days. Someone could have a really, really good day one day, and then the next day they could have an awful day. But like I said, if you're married to someone who has depression, or if you're dating someone who has depression, or if one of your family members has depression, or if if a friend of yours has depression, the best thing you can do for one of the best things you can do, I should say, is to be there, be there for the person and support them. I can't stress that enough. Be there for them and support them. So yeah. So has your depression ever made you want to just stay in bed all day and, not want to
Yes, it
do anything?
has. Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever just felt like sleeping because it's so bad?
Yep.
So how is it better these days than it was? How did you how do I say this? Why is it better these days than it was? What got better? Why is it better?
I think I have, I'm more educated about it. I have coping mechanisms which I didn't have in the beginning. I've developed strategies, which I really didn't have in the beginning, and I didn't really have friends. I didn't really have the support around me, kind of supporting me, and
Yep.
I lived in crappy situations, and now, I'm not living with anyone. I live on my own, and I think that's helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
I think it was a number of things,
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I want to say this as well. Don't judge.
Yeah.
Don't judge anyone who has mental illness or or depression and anxiety. Be there for them. That's one of the best things you can do, ladies and gentlemen, is to be there for the person and to support them. Now, this is getting a little deep here, but I want to say this. If you are someone who has depression and you're thinking about, ending it, don't. Because, if, like, you would hurt a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so if you're thinking about ending your life, please don't. Call for help if you need help. There are people waiting at their desks for you to call them. That's their job, to help you. So there are people who you can call and talk to if you need to talk. Also, if you feel that it's just that you can't handle it and it's getting really bad and you're thinking about ending your life, call 911 and go to the hospital. But don't end your life. I know this is getting deep, but I did want to say that. Don't end your life. Because whoever you are listening to this video or watching this video right now, you may not believe it, but people care about you. And people love you. You may not love yourself, and you may not care about yourself, and you may hate yourself, and you might think that you're a really horrible person. But you know what? Those are just thoughts, and thoughts are just thoughts. Excuse me. Thoughts are just thoughts. But really, there are a lot of people who love you. There are a lot of people who care about you. So if you're to the point where you feel like you want to end your life, either call and talk to someone or call 911 and go to the hospital. So do you want to say anything? Do you have anything else to say, or?
Yeah, I think I can't stress enough how important it is to, not take your life and to talk to somebody, because, even if it's a close friend that you trust or whoever it is, but I mean, talk to someone. It's not worth killing yourself just because you're having bad thoughts. I mean, it's gonna hurt a lot of people, and it's not worth it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
No, it's not. And another thing is, call your significant other. Talk to him or her. Vent to them.
That's what they're there for.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. That's what they're there for. Or text them. Text with them. Whatever. And like I said in my video, when I did my video about depression this afternoon, like I said in that video this afternoon, I'm not an expert when it comes to depression, but I know a lot about depression. And it's nothing to fool around with at all. And it's hard for the person who's going through it. That's why you have to be patient with that person and be understanding and loving and caring and kind. That goes a long way, folks. So there you go. Anything else you want to say, or?
No, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I want to thank you guys for, by the way, happy early Saturday morning to everybody on the East Coast. It's Saturday morning. It's just about I don't know what time it is, but anyway, it's
about midnight, I think.
Yeah, it's about midnight on the East Coast. So happy Saturday to everybody. And tonight, Megan and I will be doing a video. I don't know what we'll be talking about, but we'll figure that out. And I say, well, now it's still Friday for her because she lives in Canada, and she's an hour behind me. But for me, it's Saturday, so that's why I'm saying tonight we're gonna do a video. So yeah, tonight for me, tomorrow night for her. So stay tuned for that. And speaking of the wonderful Megan, I want to recommend her YouTube channel. It's called Going Up, and she does wonderful things on her channel. And big shout out to her. I love her so much, and she's awesome. And also Nikki Wunderlich, my friend Nikki Wunderlich's channel. Check out Nikki Wunderlich's channel. I'm not sure how to spell her last name, but in other videos you can find out how to spell her last name in some of my other videos. Also, check out Depression to Expression That YouTube channel is a great YouTube channel for people who have mental illness. And also, check out Yellow Brick Cinema. That is a YouTube channel. It's a channel where you can like pick different music. Like if you want to go to sleep, you can pick music to help you go to sleep. There's there's meditation music. There's sleep music. There's deep sleep music. And Megan was the one who introduced me to that channel. And it's a great channel. And of course, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a like and a thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys very much for watching or listening to this video. I hope this video helps someone at least, or a lot of people, because I like helping people. So I hope this video helps someone or a lot of people. And y'all take care, and y'all have hope everybody's having a good start to their weekend so far. So, and Amanda, thank you very much once again for being in this. Thank you for doing a video with me.
No problem.
So you guys take care. Well, guys, thanks for watching this Doing Everything Blind Throwback Thursday Flashback.